What's up, guys? Will H, and today I'm doing a follow-up on my Samsung Galaxy Z Fold7. So this is a one-week follow-up. I want to talk about some of the things I like about it, some things I don't like about it. So let's get at it. So I went into Best Buy right after the pre-order started. I watched all the creators out there that went to the event talk about it, and they all had the blue color. And I was like, man, I got to go check that thing out. So went over there with the intentions of just looking at it and maybe pick it up and try it out because I wasn't going to buy it, because my last trade-in that I did with Samsung for my S25 Ultra, they declined my trade-in. They said that my phone was scratched up or it didn't stand, it wasn't as I listed it to be. Said it had scratches and stuff. And that was my Google Pixel 7 Pro, which I always keep all of my devices in pristine condition. It did have a little bit of a scratch on the camera bar on the back. That was kind of a chrome looking on the back of it. So there's a few little scratches there. So, they kind of teed me off. So I said, I'm not going to buy any more Samsung products. And that's what I wanted to do. So I ended up having to pay full price for the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra. They took the $400 back, or they didn't honor the $400 that I was supposed to get for that device. So I was kind of a little bit upset about it, So, but when I went to Best Buy and I saw this device and I picked it up, that's where I messed up. Maybe if I wouldn't have picked it up and held it in my hand, then we wouldn't be sitting here talking right now. But all of the hype about how this feels in your hand, how thin, how lightweight it is, all were true, because at that moment at Best Buy, I turned around to my wife and I told her, I'm going to buy it. And she was like, I thought you weren't. Well, that went out the window. I was a lie. So here it is in my hand. I pre-ordered it on pre-order day, I think. And here it is. So I end up with the mint color. I like to be different, but I do have a video coming out about this color and why I chose it, and if I really like this color. So stay tuned to that video. It's going to come out pretty soon. But this comes in blue shadow, which everybody seemed like they got. Silver shadow, which would be one of my other choices. And jet black, which would probably be the last one. So if I didn't get this color, it'd probably been the silver, and then the blue, and then the black. But this color, I got it. So here it is, thin, lightweight, made out of a armor aluminum material. Pretty tough. If you watch Jerry Riggs' video on it, it's very tough. Build quality is excellent on it. I do have a little bend right here in mine. It doesn't open up flat, completely open. But here it is right here. No issues with build quality. It just doesn't open up all the way flat like I thought it would. But overall, this is a very premium feeling device. Nice slim hinge right there. Just beautiful design and modern look to it. So before this, I was using my foldable was the OG Google Pixel Fold. This is my workhorse right here. This does a lot of stuff behind the camera. This does a whole lot of stuff, man. I do a lot of stuff on this, taking care of business and things like that. Whether I got my card in it or not, this has been my workhorse. But you can look at the differences in these two right here. Just night and day, the technology, how slim these things are. And I didn't buy the last Pixel Fold because I was I like this form factor so much. But I may get the new Pixel Fold when it comes out. But that was my last foldable right there. Bumpy cam. And so here we are. So build quality is great on it. One thing I don't like about it so much, besides the not opening all the way flat, these cameras. I don't like how they stick out right there, but that's part of what you got to go through to get it so thin, I assume. So, but everything lines up, buttons are nice, straight, everything, and it works great. So this has Android 16, One UI 8 on it, Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy, 12 gigabytes of RAM, 512 gigabytes of storage, which was upgraded for free when you pre-order. So everything is fast, snappy, no heat ups, no crashes. Whatever you want to do with this, if you want to game, you can. If you want to video edit, social media, read books, whatever you want to throw at this thing, it's going to be powerful enough to take care of whatever you need to do. And I don't know if I've ever felt the phone get hot or anything. So it's been great. So let's move on to another big improvement on this is this outer display, the 6.5-inch display, which is a dynamic LTPO AMOLED display, HDR10 plus 120 hertz refresh rate on the cover screen. Now this is big enough to actually type out something, do all the things that I just mentioned, articles, reading articles, watching movies, YouTube, whatever. It's big enough now where it feels like a regular candy bar style device. So you don't really have to open this up until you really want a bigger screen, but they did a good job on this as far as the outer display. Now, when you open this up and look at the inner display, this is where you get a tablet-style device right here. 8-inch display right here, which is beautiful. The colors are very nice. Gets very bright. The colors on the cover display are just as great. But this is beautiful right here, man. 8-inch display right here. And I haven't had any issues with anything. Refresh rate is good on it as well. Goes edge to edge. Touch friendly, no issues with touch. And it's been great, man. The crease, although it's still there, you can barely feel it now. Now I can get it in that light and you can see it, but actually touching it, that crease is not making too much of a difference there. Very responsive, very fast, and very colorful and bright. And just a beautiful display right here. So for all of your social media and things like that, movies especially, you're gonna be good with this display right here. So next, let's talk about the battery on this. So it's a 4,400 milliamp hour battery. I get anywhere from 6 to 8 hours screen on time, which, I've been using it pretty heavy on real heavy days. I get less, and on the less days that I'm not using it so much, I get more. So that's all going to depend on you, how you use your device, what kind of battery life. But it's good to me, but the charge is not that fast. 25 watt, I think, plugged in. This IP48, dust and water. I think it's dust and water. So you got to be careful with that. Weighs 7.58 ounces, so very lightweight. I should have talked about that earlier when I was talking about the build quality. So next, we're going to talk about the cameras on here. So you got a camera on the outside right here, which is going to be a 10 megapixel on the front, on the cover. This should shoot 4K and 60. I've done some great, took some great videos and photos with this. And then on the inside, you got another 10 megapixel. This can shoot 4K now. It's not under the display anymore, so it's a whole lot better camera right here. And then with your rear-facing cameras, you got a 200 megapixel, you got a 10 megapixel telephoto, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide. Now these take excellent photos and videos as well. I'll throw a little B-roll in here. I did some night photos, day photos, food products, stuff like that. These cameras are definitely better cameras than before on the other phones. So you almost got flagship camera. I guess you can call them flagship cameras now. So the cameras are definitely great on here. And the speakers. This has excellent speakers as well. It's kind of hard to show you exactly how the speakers sound on this device through YouTube, but it's got great speakers. You're not going to be disappointed with the speakers as well. So overall, the device has been great. Great performance on it. You got features like DeX. Samsung phones are full of features, man. So, you just got so many features that's been on these phones for years and years and years. So one thing that I don't like that they took away was the S Pen, because I use my S Pen quite a bit on my Samsung Galaxy S25 Ultra for all types of things, man. Signing papers, copy and paste. When I'm using this to edit videos, it's great for getting into those little small places. But there are alternatives that I've been seeing online that you can get to use with this device right here. Now, they're not gonna be pinpoint accurate as using the S Pen like you have on your S25 Ultra. So that's what I'm gonna miss about this device, the S25 Ultra, the pen right there. And, it's some other things as well. And when you have a folding device, it's a little bit different than having a slab because you have to, if you want to do certain things, you're going to have to open it up and use it like that. So you know that when you pick it up that, you're going to have to open it up if you want to have a bigger screen or display like that. But you don't ever have to open it up, but that defeats the purpose of picking it up. So, but here it is, man, very lightweight, thin, very good looking. Performance has been great the first week, and I'm very satisfied with it. So this kind of been my first look at this device after 1 week, and I will make some more videos about it. Will H, catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.